This is Vivienne Westwood, Little People, Big Dreams. I'm your host, Daisy Ann Davidson. Let's get started. Little Vivienne lived in a little town called Tintwistle in England. She was born during a Great World War, and her mom darned her socks, and she dreamt of mending the world. At school, there was a boy all the children bullied. They called him Dirty Edward, But Vivienne didn't. She always stood up for the outsider. She told everyone that she was his girlfriend, even though it wasn't true. When Vivienne was older, her family moved to the outskirts of London. Vivienne was always curious about new art and ideas, so she decided to study fashion and jewelry design. Making a living as an artist was difficult, so Vivienne pursued a career in teaching. She liked being a teacher, but her head and heart were elsewhere. One day, she met a rebellious young man called Malcolm McLaren. They opened a shop on the King's Road in London, where they mixed rock and roll records with fashion in a brand new way. Vivienne took apart old clothes from the 1950s to create new designs. She started gripping the garments before threading them with safety pins and writing shocking statements on every t-shirt. Every single one. Clothes became her way to speak out and protest. Bands took notice, and soon she was dressing musicians with chains and collars. Her style was loud and chaotic as the new sound in town, punk. With her next collection, Vivienne and Malcolm sailed away from the King's Road and docked on the catwalk. They plundered ideas from the past and dressed models as pirates and buccaneers. It was an anti-fashion revolution. After years together, Vivienne felt it was time to go her own way and said goodbye to Malcolm. She was about to change the shape of women's clothes with her corsets and bubble skirts. Many critics found Vivienne's clothes unwearable, but she was not interested in their opinions. She would much rather read a good book than any fashion magazine. Vivienne mixed punk and aristocracy, making the poor look rich and the rich look poor. She dressed artists, actresses, and even some members of royalty, like Queen Elizabeth. Vivienne became an activist against climate change. She made quality clothes that were built to last, encouraging people to buy less and wear them more. And little Vivienne, who always stood up for the outsiders, became the most unique and outspoken fashion designer ever. All because that she believes that those who dare to speak up can change the world.